Let's talk about pelvic floor, baby. Yeah, when we talk about pelvic floor, we talk about it loosely, pardon the pun. We talk about it more in terms of doing exercises. I do a lot of belly dancing, yoga, Pilates, all amazing for your pelvic floor and your core in general. And we've got to remember our internal core rather than just the external. But some of us also have pelvic floor issues, like genuine prolapse issues. So I think people get confused between strengthening your pelvic floor and then when you've got a medical condition that's impacted your pelvic floor, whether it be childbirth, it can be through trauma, lots of different situations can cause, or just one of those hereditary things where you cough and sneeze and you wee yourself. Or is that just me? Anyway, I am one of those people with prolapse. And this is where it's like, it's not just a little bit of a prolapse, it is when it comes to your organs prolapsing out of your vagina. So it's like the walls have collapsed in a way. So by getting support, there's a range of things. I'm no medical expert. You need to see your GP and then hopefully a gynecologist. But like I've been given in the past, like pessaries and different things, and then I'm on the list for surgery. So there are loads of things you can do to make your life better so that you can walk around without feeling like, oh, in pain. I remember when I walked up Scarfell Pike and I hadn't had the pessary at the time and I was in agony with it, and that's like England's highest mountain, and then I got lost. So that was hard. So I was like physically trying to hold it up myself. And it can be really debilitating for a lot of women. And I think it's more than anything, it's the shame around it. It's the fear of talking about it. People don't want to talk about it because it's to do with our vagina. Yes, even like people cringe when I use the proper word. But why not? It's part of our body, it's part of our anatomy, and they are pretty amazing, all the stuff they do. But then it's also important that we get help as soon as possible. Because I remember seeing the gynecologist and she said to me, "You're the youngest patient I've ever seen." I was like, "Oh, great." And I was like, and also annoyingly, I do lots of exercise, all good for your core. Obviously HIIT and all that isn't, and high impact stuff for your prolapse. But she was like, it's not because you're the youngest, it's because people literally hide away. Some people become bedridden with it, especially if it's impacting their livelihoods, and they're in pain, incontinence, whatnot, until they're like in their 80s, and then it's really hard to be able to help them when they're that old. And I was like, whoa. So that's inspired me to talk about it. Also, there's a woman who prompted me again to start speaking again about it on our Content Creators Academy, which we do through our social enterprise. And she's started to talk about it. She does a lot of fabulous manifestations and stuff. But I think, again, it is that mind-body connection as women. If you need help, get it. And if you can see little hands, I'm not like grown hands here, it is Athena. I've not just got little freaky Halloween hands popping up. Yeah, it's your gorgeous hands, isn't it? Right, anyway, so do talk about it, get help, go to your GP, seek help from medical professionals, because things can only get better. It's true though, I mean it seriously. Okay, peace, love, shimmies.